everyone, it's Lindsay from My Crafty Plans. Welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. Happy New Year! It is officially time to start planning in this planner. And by that, I do mean weekly plan with me's. Of course, I've already got my annual goals, a planner set up, my monthly goals, so much other stuff in here. But now it is time to go ahead and dive into this week. I'm gonna be setting my weekly actions and as well working on my weekly spread. This week's a little bit funny because we are actually still on winter break, but the kids go back to school on Thursday. It's Tuesday while I'm filming this, but we've been just really busy enjoying the end of break, so not a really big deal. I don't really need the planner all that set up until the kids are going back to school, but I thought we would just get it set up, have some fun with it. On the weekly actions page, I'm just gonna be doing really simple weekly actions for the week to get started for the year. Again, this is kind of like the split week. And also I only have like 2 days where the kids are at school. So not a lot of time to get stuff done, but I do have some stuff that I need to do. But I am gonna be using these stickers from Scribble Prints Co. I literally found these while I was working on the planner setup in here because I pulled a lot of elements from like the folio setup here, like all the stuff I did in the pocket there. I pulled that from a really old memory planner setup from like 2022, and I found this. So I think this may have been the kit that I used for like 22 going into 23, or it may have even been 21 going into 2022 when I was doing like sticker memory planning. But I just thought this was so cute, and it's a Scribble Prints Co kit that came with like a bunch of extra boxes. So I definitely have enough boxes to use for the whole week if I want a full box every day, which I'm not sure I do or not. But anyway, so I'm going to be using this. So I have all of the full boxes here, plus some extra boxes here. And I don't know what I did with this spread, but I did not use like any of the boxes that came with this kit. So we have lots of stuff to work with. Yeah, just like so much stuff. So I'm going to be using that on the weekly spread. I'm not going to do any stickers on my weekly actions pages. I've also got like a bunch of Simply Gilded washi and some foil and other stuff pulled out. So kind of a fun and functional spread to start the year. But this, I love this because it's like New Year's at home vibes, like stay home, which is exactly what I'm doing. I do not care about New Year's Eve. I mean, I'm very excited for the new year, but like I'm not going anywhere except to bed. I will not be awake when the ball drops. All right, so I do have my January goals all set up, but like I said, this week is just like a very light start to the year because this week was mostly vacation mode. So I'm actually gonna start with the fun and recreation category. And I might even do like kind of the bold pen in some of these just because I don't have that much to say. So I'm gonna say, enjoy the end of break, which we are in the middle of doing, or actually near the end of doing. And then the only other thing I want to do in here, I'm not going to tackle any of that vacation stuff or anything. That will all be, you know, this week it's just kind of like bare bones, finish getting set up, all of that kind of stuff. Is make sure we've got weekend plans. So that's that. In physical environment, I think I'm going to say 3, and then I'm going to give myself a routine, which I'm going to use the hexagons for routines. I'll add the color in at the end. So 1, we need to finish up these bookshelves, which are mostly built. We're in the middle of a living room makeover. So that's this down here. And most of the furniture is not coming until February, but we have these bookshelves, but they're not quite finished, and they're also not mounted to the wall, which with the kids, we really need to get this finished. Our kids are old enough to know better, but I don't want to take any chances, especially like a couple of the end pieces feel really lightweight. So just finish getting them all connected. We just didn't have the hardware we needed. And then clean up the holiday stuff. There's like 2 nights left in Hanukkah. So once that's done, I put away the rest of the wrapping stuff and all of that. We don't need that out anymore. Find more permanent homes for the gifts that we've got going on. Get the house back in kind of regular mode. I would also really like to clean up my office, which is kind of tied to this because I have like a lot of the presents and the wrapping stuff was up in my office. But I also have like a bunch of Simply Gilded stuff to put away and other stuff to put away. I need to like swap the planner situation now that I'm moved into my main, finish putting away the rest of my 2024 stuff, all of those things. And then I'm going to say tidy. Okay, so tidy the house. Then up here for health and wellness. If you are newer to my channel, you should know that I literally never go in order in here, I always like kind of start with either what's on my mind or a really easy one, and then like kind of work my way up. Okay, so I have a spin class booked on Thursday, and then I put on my goals that I want to use the walking pad 2 times a week, but just because the kids are like home for most of it, I feel like I could still make it happen. All right, let's try it for it anyways. Or I can just go for a walk, which the weather is not cooperating with that right now, but it might later in the week. Currently pouring rain, and if you can hear noise in the background, it's like, and if it's loud in the background, like apologies, but the thunder was going absolutely crazy a minute ago. Okay, and then again, like all of this stuff that on my monthly goals where I'm like talking about documenting out of the routines and like setting up, you know, finish the setting up stuff and whatever, none of that is going in for this week because like this week is half vacation. I'm gonna write this one nice and big. This is just, I've mentioned this a lot, but this is just like a habit that helps me feel my best, but that one that I've just really been struggling with lately, staying up really late for no reason. Okay, on the financial, I should just be able to like wrap the year-end tracker. I'm not gonna worry about the tax stuff and any of that other stuff that can wait, but I should be able to close out. And if I have time and I can do move over my expenses or whatever, I'll do that, but I'm not gonna stress too much about it. If not, okay. Then work and learning, and the reason that I don't want to put too much on is because, again, I only have 2 days without where the kids are back in school, and I actually have some like year-end work stuff that needs to happen before next week, like some like rolling of documents and things like that that have to be updated. So I want to make sure that I have time to take care of all of that because that's just like a lot more pressing. I also have some blog edits that I owe. And maybe just on Friday, just send like a note confirming if that project that I had booked at the end of last year for January make sure that's still happening. And then I kind of think that's it. Again, the tracker stuff is going to have to wait until that stuff is done. And family and relationships, I'm just going to put like, it's just like, it's been a long break. And we're going back to school and all of our usual stuff. We actually have like a super busy end of the week because my daughter is in a show that's like the week after this. So a bunch of dress rehearsals and like extra practice and stuff this week. So it's kind of a busy one. Okay, so I'm going to say for this, I'm going to do journal 3 nights this week. As a starting point, I feel like that's pretty realistic, and also, yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. A lot of my journaling stuff right now is still about like intentions for 2025 and like still wrapping up some of the goal stuff that I was working, the goals feeling statements in on my like MakseLife digital planner and that kind of stuff. So I am really set for prompts right now. So I think it's just like rest and relaxing break, and then productive. Well, I guess we'll call it post-break. I was like, what do I call that? Post-break. All right, that's it. And then in the personal category, I would like to finish rolling my calendars. This one's already done, but I have like my Kaleidoscope Living one and the meal planning calendar, which I really want to meal plan. And then I actually am going to put meal planning here. It's mostly going to be for next week, but I do it on Sunday, so I'm going to put it in here. And then just keep working on planner stuff. There's like still more setup that I'm trying to do at the beginning of the year, and it's fun and it's getting me motivated, plus it's getting me set up for the rest of the year, so I'm just going to say keep working. I'll call it like planner move-in. All right, so that's that. I love weekly actions because it just brings so much focus to your week, but it really doesn't take that much time, like at all. Even if I'm doing like super doodly ones, which I didn't do today, I feel like it never takes more than 10 minutes, and it can be done in like honestly like 3 to 5 minutes if you really need to go fast. So just such a good practice to get you started. This is gonna be faster with I was like, is it faster to color without the thing or not? But yeah, we've had a really lovely winter break. I'm feeling so good about my goals and just where everything's at. Just excited for the new year. I've definitely got that new year feeling, which is really nice. Trying to capitalize on that energy, do the things. And I feel like I'm really in a good place right now, which is really nice because I was really not in a good place for a lot of the fall. All right, so we've got these stickers here from Lexi Kylie Designs, and I've got some week ones here. I used that for most of 1 year, but I have a whole other set of them. I think I'm gonna use this. I'm probably won't use the same ones every week, but I certainly have enough sets to do. Oh, I like that fits. These are small enough that you can put it right on top there. And there we are. And I'm not going to set up anything on my reflections page because I actually haven't decided exactly if I'm going to be doing reflections in here or if I'm going to be doing them digitally and just like pulling some of it in here or pulling none of it in here, or what I'm going to be exactly doing. But I may use this space, I may not. May use it for additional listing, but for right now I'm gonna leave it blank. But I am gonna flip on over to this page to just zoom you out a little to get started and do a bit of setup. So Monday is done and we're on Tuesday here. Tuesday is New Year's Eve. I'm obviously gonna use that one. And then I love this flat lay. That's so cute. Maybe I'll do that on the weekend. I'm trying to just debate if I want to use a full box every day or not. I feel like I can. I don't usually in a functional planner like to use a full box every day, but I just don't think I need like that much space for this week just because it's a really short week and everything. Maybe I'll give myself I'll run it just a little closer to the top to just kind of, oh, but I wouldn't have done that. Well, I can just start a box higher up. Like a little bit of space, but like not too much. By Tuesday, I think I'm gonna do Saturday and Sunday because I need this listing space for a weekly to-do list, so I'm not gonna run that there. I'll probably put a full box. If I'd use one on the sidebar, I'll do it at the bottom, covering up some of the habit tracker because I don't need all of those. This hot chocolate bar is like super, super cute. Oh, I think I want to do some washi at the bottom. I've actually got this from Simply Gilded, which is kind of like this very dark navy. I'm going to put that down. That way I know like how low to put a full box if I want it at the bottom. I'm still going to like leave a bunch of space there to be able to use that, but I'm gonna cover up the very bottom there. But maybe not on the sidebar. Oh, the washi that is like the shimmery washi, so this has like a star hollow printed on the back, is so hard, so much harder to cut, and then I'm so used to cutting regular washi that I never press hard enough. Probably easier to tear. And this is from Simply Gilded. I think I'm gonna put the hot chocolate bar one here. Let me see, because I will try and line that up kind of the same. And then I still have 3 habit trackers, so that's totally plenty. Oh, there's another double box scene. I could do it there, or I could do it, no, I think I'll do it here. So it'll be Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll put it right by the bottom. Kind of lining it up with the last line. The thing is about a lot of the double box kits, like from a standard vertical, is that they're designed for the Erin Condren style planner, which has gaps in between the days of the 1.5 inch columns. So like if I push it together, the clock, it's not like a perfect circle. You can see that this part of the 6 is missing and part of the 12 is missing. It's just like a funny thing because it's designed to like look like a complete circle if you had that gap in the middle, which the MakseLife doesn't really have. And whereas Erin Condren has like space in between them. And then I've got to use the plate of cookies. I'll go right in the middle there, and then something for this one. Got a bunch of boxes left here. I really like the Happy New Year one, but I really like the outfit too, but that's a lot of flat lays. So I think I might use the stacked blankets. just to not have a flat lay. Perfect. So now we've got a full set of full boxes. I do not have the date covers for this kit, but that is okay. I don't think I'm gonna use date covers. I do kind of like the Maxi ones. I probably want something right at the top, but I'm not sure if I want that to be like deco stickers or a little bit of washi. All right, so my camera cut out at the end there, but I'm just putting a little bit of washi at the top of the sidebar here, and I'm gonna make a header there. I'm gonna make a header for my to-do list. I am a person who like loves and relies on a weekly to-do list. You know, I don't always know what's going on every day, but I just tend to like really work off a weekly to-do list or a few day to-do list rather than a single day one. So I didn't want to sacrifice any of that listing space just in case I need it. Don't know if I will. I add to it throughout the week as well. But so I wanted to just, yeah. So I didn't want to use the full box there, but I'm not a habit tracker person. I just am not, but I'm going to set some of them. The first one is obviously, I'm actually going to go down and do that right now. The first one is obviously going to be bedtime. In case you can't tell from the number of bold times I've written that in my planner in the past couple of weeks. Yeah. And then I guess the next one I'm going to here should be the house. And then I think I'll use the last one to do the walking and the journaling, and I'll just split it and we can use 2 different colors to indicate that. Okay, so we've got bedtime, 10 p.m., daily tidy, and then, so the way I'm gonna do this one is I'm gonna need a second dot marker. This color will match close enough, but I am not gonna use the teal because that's not gonna match with the kit. I've got a pink one. But so I had said to walk twice, so I'm gonna use that. And then I had said to journal 3 times. I'm gonna use the pink for that. And then if I end up walking a 3rd time, I can add in the color and I'll check them off after I use them. So that's how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come back to the weekly to-do list though. I'm gonna swing over to Monday, which this is past planning because I already did. Monday has already happened. Okay. So Monday we actually had a pretty busy day. I just had to think for a minute. My brain is melting. But anyway, we took the kids out to breakfast, and then, so we took the kids out to breakfast, and then we ran like a little bit of errands. Oh no, we didn't. We took the kids out to breakfast like usually when we take the kids out to breakfast, we take them super early, like first people in the restaurant early. But we were hanging out at home, and then we went really late, like 9:30, which is so late for us. Like again, we'll be at a restaurant at like 7 o'clock in the morning. It's been a while since I've planned with Scribble Prints Co. I kind of forget what pens I like to write on with this. It's a glossy sticker. It's not like Simply Gilded where it's gonna like wipe off once it's dry, but certain pens definitely work better than others. So we went to breakfast, and then we had to head home because one of my kids had an appointment, a doctor's appointment. So then I took her to her doctor's appointment, and my husband chilled with the other kids. I think I'm gonna use the little clock for that. Cute. I'm gonna plan this not memory style. I'm gonna plan this as if this hasn't already happened, which means because this is my weekly functional planner, like I would put in the time for a meeting or an appointment, because I will be doing that later in the week, but just that way so it just looks consistent. Then we had the most exciting thing ever. It was a very busy day for us, but also like specifically for my oldest daughter who had a doctor's appointment and then got her ears pierced. Okay, so I have these like family Fox and Pip stickers, but I have a baby, and my baby is now 4. That's how old these are. So I'm just gonna use this one, which I feel like when I bought these, my daughter's hair was like so curly, and now it's just like not even remotely curly anymore. So it's just kind of funny, but I'm gonna use this for her. That was her sticker back in the day, and yeah, she's so excited. It looks so good. I love the initial earrings. She picked two. There was like some really not cute options, and I was very concerned for a second that she was gonna pick something like, but yeah, she ended up picking like a very basic, like a very basic like gemstone one that looks really good. And yeah, it's amazing because I can't believe, like, instantly I just feel like she looks so grown up. She is 8, almost 9, and she worked really hard to earn this ear piercing, and yeah, very exciting, and it looks so beautiful. All right, that was that. And I was like, oh, and then we didn't do anything, but that is actually not true. Then we went to IKEA. We had done a pickup order at IKEA. Like, we had to, these bookshelves, which the IKEA cannot keep in stock. So anyway, we had a mobile order to pick up, and then we bought them, and we also walked through, not like the main part of the store, like the showroom part of the store. We just went through like the marketplace and bought a bunch of fake plants too, which I'm really excited about. I'm done pretending that I can grow things I cannot. And then we came home and built some bookshelves. And also, like, I know there's like a lot of jokes about couples fighting in IKEA, but IKEA is just like one of my favorite places. I just love it there. I've never been in a fight in IKEA. My husband and I both really like IKEA. But anyway, so then we just kind of hung out at home. We did some building, just had like a quiet afternoon. The kids watched a movie, just like a very relaxing. That night, I worked on my planners. I guess I'll use the bottom for meals. I feel like that's usually what I do. I just, a lot of space. Took me a minute to find my planner stickers in the book. All of these foil icons are from Crafts by Towie, by the way. And again, I have not bought stickers in a really long time. This is all like just stuff from my stash. So if I am mentioning a shop that is no longer around or doesn't sell something anymore, apologies for that. But my whole sticker philosophy for this year is going to be like trying to use up as much of the stuff that I have acquired over the past however many years. And last night I was actually working on my January goals, which were obviously done now. And we had actually a really good dinner on Monday. We had chicken thighs. We just got a new air fryer. We bought it on Black Friday, so actually it's not that new, but this was somehow this was the first time that I've cooked chicken thighs in it, which is like an air fryer stapler for us. If you've never done it, it just gets the skin so crispy. Brussels sprouts. This is like one normal dinner in a sea of holiday eating. Like, I feel like I haven't been hungry in days. Still a little bit more to go. Okay, so that's that. And then Tuesday, today, we had a very chill and relaxing morning. Everybody was up pretty late. Everybody, I don't know about the kids, but my husband and I both slept in a little bit, which I don't know if the kids were awake. If they were quiet. So playing with new Hanukkah and Christmas presents. Ugh, no. I can't leave it. I can't. I'm gonna have to put a box on top of that. Okay, so we had a really chill morning, and then we went to our big, I don't even know how many, annual New Year's Eve party. And if you don't know what a New Year's Eve party, it's we count down to noon instead of counting down to midnight, because I'm not staying up till midnight, and we've got little kids and nobody is staying up till midnight. And even if the kids are not that little, they are. It is a regular night. All the party things, okay? We're going all out. We brought the glow sticks. There were balloons. The kids do not care or know the difference. Actually, we just, when we had dinner, my daughter was just like, oh, it's our first meal of 2025. And we had to be like, oh, actually, it's our first family dinner of 2025. And I was like, that's really sweet. It'll actually be tomorrow. So when you go to bed tonight, I know we did that countdown, but when you go to bed tonight, it was really cute. But yeah, we do this cousin party, and we just got, it's the PBS Kids Countdown on you can get it on YouTube and have a good time. actually have these from Sadie stickers. I'm gonna put some of these on too. Make it a little extra celebratory. No party hats this time, but we did have a lot of glow sticks and balloons. And then when we came home, we did some more building, and this is when we actually realized that we didn't have kind of what we needed to, we didn't have what we needed to like do to mount the stuff together into the wall, except for the corner piece. So anyway, we need to get like a little bit more stuff. We actually, if IKEA is open tomorrow, we might go back and just try and get it, because yeah, it's just something we want to take care of as quickly as possible. We just hung out, and the kids like really love helping with the building, especially my son. But all the bookcases are built now. We just have to finish the mounting. And then I feel like I have a little extra space, so I might even just put in that it was the 7th night of Hanukkah. I'm doing the same thing I've done like every night for the past couple of days, because I've been so excited to get going with planning, and I've just been having lots of planner time. And we had pasta with meatballs this evening for dinner. Now, forward planning. So I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. The first thing that I do want to just put in is maybe like a New Year's sticker. And I feel like it makes sense to put it on one of these. I'm going to move the box over a little, but I'm going to put this down first. So, yeah. We do not have any plans tomorrow, except for that, like, I definitely need to do laundry, and like we're gonna have to kind of get ready for the week. We do have groceries, so we don't need to do that, which is good, because I don't know what's gonna be open, but so like, and it's the last day of winter break. I would also just like, beyond just the laundry, I would also like to just kind of get the house back in order, clean up some of the toys. This is also the last night of Hanukkah. Actually, maybe even do a 3-heart checklist. And we always actually do a big tidy on Wednesdays anyways, because our cleaning people come on Thursday. So big tidy, and then also like toys away. I also, this is for my, I'm wearing like a fuzzy kind of sweater, and some of it got on the sticker. Alright, so I also need to do some serious editing. I don't know how much is going to happen tomorrow, but hopefully at least a little. And that's channel editing, not the writing editing for work that I was talking about in my weekly actions. And then other than that, just, I'm sure we're going to do something. Again, if IKEA is open, we are going to go back to IKEA. If it's not, I'm not going to worry about it, or we'll worry about it after. We're going to do something with the fam. So I'm going to leave myself some boxes to kind of fill in any kind of stuff we got going on. I am going to leave this space blank. When I will make sure everything is all finished up before the end of the video, so you can still see like the whole week. This is obviously like a very decorative style of planning, which I did on purpose for the first week. It's not a very busy week. There are going to be weeks in here where I just use pen and paper, or just pen and paper and washi, and like things are way more lists, and I don't know if I'm going to film every week in here. I'm definitely going to film in here a lot, but yeah, it's going to be like a mix of different styles in here for sure. And some weeks it is just really fun to sticker, and I've got the time and the space for that, like I do for this week. And this is still functional, and then if I end up needing more listing space, particularly for work on any day, I have my work kind of notebook that I use, which I can use for other stuff too, and that is the Erin Codgen Productivity Notebook, which is like my favorite notebook layout for to-do listing and for meetings also. All right, so I'm gonna leave that like that. Thursday, back to school. The only kind of bad thing about starting this the way I did, like up a little bit higher, is I feel like I have to use a box to start the week. Okay. All right. Break's over. All right, so then, winter break. 1, cleaners are coming. I'm gonna use this vacuum sticker because it's super, super thin. And then I am going to spin class. I don't have any like bikes. And I wanted to save the sneakers for walking, which I guess I should probably try and do on Wednesday. And the other one will be on Friday. Otherwise I'll have to do it on the weekend, which is fine, but I think I'd rather try and put it here. Okay. Then I need to work. Okay, so I'll try and do 2 things for work there. And then I'm gonna leave a little bit of space because I'm not really sure. Oh, I guess I'm actually gonna need most of this space for dinner anyway, but that's fine. So I'm gonna leave space at the bottom and space here for stuff in the afternoon, other to-dos that I probably will have, or admin stuff. And then I'm gonna put a sticker right here in the middle there. I'm gonna do it here and leave the rest of that free for work stuff. And then this is gonna be work or other admin stuff. And then that I'll leave for my dinner. This sticker is so crooked. And my daughter has a tech rehearsal for her play, and I need to so the rehearsal is not where they like usually have practice, so it's where the stage is. So I need to, my husband picks her up from rehearsal and her friends, so I need to send him like a pin of where to actually get her. But so that is Thursday. Then Friday. All right, Friday is very open. I don't have anything actually for this, and I don't have anything for Saturday. It's gonna depend on like what I get done Thursday and like what I just am able to check in with, and then I'll kind of make a plan for Friday. So I'm gonna skip Friday and I'm gonna skip Saturday because we don't have any plans, but I am gonna put in Sunday. We have a very usual routine on Sunday. That is going to be slightly different this week because my daughter has a dress rehearsal. So the kids have Hebrew school, which we may have to let them skip just because of this, or I'm either gonna have to pick them up early or just pick my daughter up early or just send my son to Hebrew school. We haven't decided yet, but either way, we got Hebrew school. My daughter has a dress rehearsal. I actually work a little on Sundays. Not like very much, but just usually about an hour. So, because I have something that has to publish first thing Monday morning, so that gets worked on Sunday. And then we've got kind of what we call the Sunday usual. And then we sometimes do an activity in the afternoon, but I don't know what's going to happen, which is a very busy morning. Sunday reset, usual, whatever you want to call it. So back at all of the things. And then I think, yeah, that's perfect because that'll just go here. Actually, the bigger one will fit better. Just all these lines and I still can't put a sticker down straight. That'll be for some activity, whatever we do in the afternoon. I do want to stencil my to-do list here. So that is kind of it for the week, but I'm going to fill out my weekly to-do list a little bit and get that started, and then that'll be it. Right, so there's definitely more that's going to be added. I'm sure if I really just like spend 5 minutes thinking about it, I could think of more things, but I'm not going to do that right now. I am going to do just a little something at the top there. I don't want this running like all the way across. I have an idea. It's a little extra, but then again, so is this whole spread. So I will add to the to-do list like as I go throughout the week, but I will come back and check in again with my planner before I finish this video, so that way you get to see like a fully completed spread. And I have such an editing backlog anyways, there's no way that I would get this up, you know, before then anyways, before the end of the week. So just like a little bit of fun for the top of the planner. All right, so I just trimmed the clippings off the top and then popped that back in my planner. So I will be back probably on Thursday, and if not on Friday, to finish out the week in here. All right, so it is actually Sunday, so a little behind here. I did like add a few things to my planner off camera just as we were moving throughout the week. I had a really strong start to the week, but I definitely kind of ran out of steam and did not do as great at the end of the week. It's Sunday morning right now. I just finished up the work that I usually do. The kids are like at their activities and my husband has the little one. The groceries are done and I guess I should check the laundry. I don't know if we actually need to do laundry because I think I did it on Friday, but I will check that. The rest of that stuff, I do want a meal plan today. But yeah, I have done a really terrible job with bedtime this week, and the house is very clean though. I'm gonna walk today because I didn't, and I haven't journaled either, so these things are kind of related. Actually, I might even trying to add in some restrictions on my iPad and stuff for at night. I usually read on my iPad or my Kindle, but I don't even know if I can do that on the Kindle. You definitely can on the iPad, so I have an idea. On Thursday, I did like all the morning stuff. I like did the cleaners, and then I did my work stuff, and I went to my exercise class and everything, and the work stuff just ended up taking a little bit longer than I was expecting it to, which is fine, but I didn't have time to do as much of like the admin stuff that I otherwise would have done. I mean, I didn't add in any decorative stuff while I was doing that. I figured I would just chat about what happened while I did, but I did, like I said, put in like a couple of things and meal plans, all that kind of stuff. So just add a little bit of decorations in there. I don't really need that space. Oh, there's a smaller cupcake here. Okay. So I didn't tidy my office, which I may do after this. I did get my nails done on Friday, but then I finished up any like of the work things that I needed to do. Then I didn't really do anything besides that. We've had a fun weekend though. The finances, okay, so I did do this and I did this on Friday, but we had like a major issue with the website that we use for tracking. You may recall from like last year that the website we had used forever, which was mint.com, went away. Like it got sold and like all of the features are gone. And so we switched to this site Rocket Money, which it's fine, but it's definitely not as good. Or I'm still getting used to it. But anyway, so one of our accounts like got unsynced, and then when it got resynced, it like erased all of the customizations that we had done for the entire year, and now like nothing is lining up perfectly because there's a lot of weird stuff. Anyway, so it's gonna take me a little bit longer to fix than I had time to do, but I will. So I tried. I made a valiant effort. Actually, kind of one of the annoying things I think is like from a workout perspective, I like would rather work out in the morning than, you know, in the afternoon or whatever. I think it's just like a better time of day. But from a disruption to my day perspective, I feel like when I work out in the afternoon, I get so much more done throughout the day because I have like a tendency to just kind of like sit and be blah afterwards. And I guess that didn't really happen on Thursday. I kind of forced myself, but I was probably like, I was moving definitely a lot slower than usual. And then some work stuff ended up being a little bit more complicated then and taking just a little bit longer, which it's fine. It happened. But then, yeah, I don't know. And then Friday, honestly, I think I did too much reading this week. Themes from last year. These changes do not happen overnight. That's what I'm trying to tell myself. I still got a lot done this week, even though the end of the week, I kind of wish I had put a little more effort into Friday. On the plus side, though, I finished the book that I was reading, so it won't be a distraction to me, and I think I might... Does it sound weird to say I should try and pick something less interesting as my next book? I don't really know. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna work on it. We had tacos for dinner. It was delicious. I'm gonna even just write with that one. We had a really fun evening with the kids playing with the games and all their new toys. My son got a magic set and he's being really cute but also extremely annoying with it because he can't really do it himself, and he's like, teach me a new trick, teach me a new trick, and the instructions in the book are so awful, and I'm so bad at stuff like that. So my husband was trying to do it, but honestly, this gosh, if something is marketed for kids and he would need help either way. It's not like he would be able to do it without help, but it just could you just make it a little bit easier on the parents there and have some instructions that aren't just completely terrible. So anyway, we tried our best. Are still trying our best. We may have to roll this one over to my mother-in-law, who's actually really good with stuff like that. She can juggle and do sleight of hand stuff, all this kind of. She'll definitely at least know some, she will definitely be much better with this than either my husband and I are. My husband's better than me, but yeah, she used to be a kindergarten teacher. She's just so incredibly wonderful with the kids. Okay, anyway, Saturday, we had a fun day. We went to the mall, which is pretty much what we do every weekend right now, which I do want to try and think of some other activities to do inside. It's been really cold and it's just really hard to find good indoor activities when it's really, really cold out. Yeah, that are fun. And we feel the kids, especially my oldest, but really even the oldest too, are really too old for the Children's Museum at this point. It just doesn't hold that same level of appeal. I need some better shopping stickers. I was just looking for one. I'm just gonna use this. We didn't even actually buy anything at the mall, but I need some shopping bag stickers or something like that. Anyway, the mall is super nice. It's really big. You can walk. It's inside. We walk a lot, and it's the King of Prussia Mall. If you're familiar with the Philadelphia area, it's kind of it's one of the largest malls in the country, and it's also just super nice and not a dying mall, which is really nice. And they have 2 indoor play places for kids, and yeah. Anyway, it's a good mall. We're lucky to have that. But so we did that, and then we actually went out of the mall, not in, and it's not super, super far from our house or anything, so it's a good activity. But so then after that, we went to a ramen restaurant that's not in the mall, but it's nearby. And I'd never been there before. My husband had been there with the kids, and the kids actually go there with my mother-in-law quite a bit, but yeah, so I had never been there. It's really cute, all anime themed. Anyway, and it was absolutely delicious. And the kids really liked it, or they do really like it there. Everybody, my kids, they ate so much. My kids can really just absolutely crush some ramen. Okay, anyway, and then we came home after that, and we were doing just more playing and with all the toys and everything, and really nice. And then my husband actually went and did the groceries with no kids, so that is fun for him because usually he has to take at least one with him. Usually he goes with my little one this time of day because I work on Sunday mornings. Sometimes it doesn't take that long, like this week, because of all the stuff I did on Thursday, and sometimes it does take a little bit longer. Just depends. Right. But never that long. Anyway, so he went and did the groceries. I cleaned the inside of the washing machine. It was one of those once you see it, you can't unsee it type things that does happen. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If you see something really disgusting and then you just have to deal with it. Okay, so. And then, this is really exciting, and I'm going to put it in here. What's this one? My oldest daughter had a sleepover Friday night at one of her friend's house. Actually her first like solo friend sleepover. I mean, obviously she's been to overnight camp, so like I was not concerned. Oh, I just found some shopping bags. Of course, after I put them on. Oh, here, I've got a nap queen pillow, but that's actually perfect for a sleepover. If I can get it off. No, I can't. I'm gonna use these balloons. Anyway, okay, so it's her first like friend sleepover where it's not like a family friend or a cousin or anything like that. Although I do know the parents pretty well, and it's like her friend that they're in a show together, and they had dress rehearsal the next morning, so they had this sleepover, and then the other parents took them to dress rehearsal, and then we have to pick them up for after. And it was the first sleepover for both girls. They were so excited. They're in 3rd grade. We had a very fridge clearing dinner with like all this. We had all these like pitas and we had all these like hummuses and dips and different stuff left over from somebody had sent us like a gold belly or like a food gift, and it had all these dips and stuff. So we had like a little bit left over of that and like some other random things, and we just ate that with some sausage from the freezer and a bunch of pita that my husband had gotten at the grocery store. Had a nice little dinner. Love these little blanket stacks. That would have been a good one for the sleepover too. I might just add that in. Okay, I do know what we're having for dinner tonight. So it's where my husband suggested a January goal of having like a big roast every Sunday, because we have a lot of like large meats in our freezer right now, like a ton, we've got like a huge beef roast, which we're gonna have, like a pork roast, and like a whole like a big turkey breast, like a ton of this stuff in our deep freezer right now, and we haven't used like any of it, and it's like a good portion of the meats we currently have in our freezer. So if we make it on Sunday, I'm not gonna make it for during the week because it'll take too long unless it's like a slow cooker one. But if I make it on Sunday, then we can also eat it throughout the week. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. We have like all of that stuff that I want to do, but the other thing I want to do is some plans / reflections. I want to do the iPad settings and the calendars. I'm gonna try and do some of like the planner admin stuff today, and maybe the office. It'll depend what I can just kind of get through while the kids are docile, but that's kind of the plan there. So this is like half done. So I'll say, you know, the calendar setups are like half done. This I definitely didn't do, but maybe I will get to finish. The filing and paperwork we'll take care of with the offs. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this map. Okay, I need to actually go back to my desk and do that right after I finish filming this. All right, and then the content plan I didn't do, but hopefully that would be with the calendar set up. Let me just try and think of anything else. I think we are going away President's Day weekend. All right, so no, I don't have anything else on my list that is like needs to be done today, but I do have a bunch of other stuff that will probably need to be added for next week. This is upside down. So we're just gonna kind of finish out the spread here. Just kind of cutting up some of these larger deco stickers. I've got so many different rulers on my desk that have just like come with planners, and I just realized like none of them are from MakseLife. I don't know, there must have been a ruler in this, but I have like, this one is a day designer one. This one, I like this one, but it's a lot more flimsy than the EC ones. This one, I don't know where this is from. This is not from a planner. All right. So actually, I think before I wrap up this video, I might just jot down a few things on the reflections page, because it's on my mind right now. I said I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this page, and I'm still not sure. I'm going to use this like every week in here, and ideally I would like to do this journaling on the iPad, and I really was like, I wanted to do it last night, but I didn't. I thought about it. So I'm kind of ignoring the side stuff here. It was like a really strong start to the week. But Sunday is a reset. Too many late nights. That was actually like a win working and a not. I mean, not the end part, but this is, I'm kind of using the side part. So we're going to try this iPad settings thing. do feel like I had like a good balance, like work schedule balance. Like it was the priority when it needed to be, but it didn't take over my week. Although, to be fair, like half of the people that I work with are still out for the holiday, so we'll see how that goes, but we will take the wins where they come. I probably need to book in more admin time next week. It's already like a busy week. I have kind of a lot on the calendars, but also I want to finish up like and fix up the stuff that I didn't get to this week. All right, so now that is everything. Some quick and easy reflections. Reflections do not have to take you very long. So we've got reflections, weekly actions. So that's where we're at. And that is my finished spread for the week. So I hope you enjoyed planning with me. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know how your start to the new year is going. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So much more fun and videos coming up. And also you can check me out on Instagram and TikTok at MyCraftyPlans for even more fun. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.